Pro Max looks so much better than the 12. It's not even funny. Well, I had a real good day with Merlin. We just came inside. I was live streaming this on what is your methodology for training? Leave it? Leave it? It's no. Leave what? If the dog's doing something that it's not supposed to do, no. It's not leave it. Leave it's implying, leave it's like saying stay. You don't say stay to the dog because it's implying that there's something other than the command. Leave what? It's no. Like what? A chicken bone? No. You need to go over that with your dog better. I don't know what you're talking about. Leave it. There's no leave it. It's no. No is used to tell the dog what it's doing. Either it's in the improper position or it's doing something wrong. You say no, not leave it. We don't say stay because stay is built into the command. I hope this makes sense. I know it's confusing to the lay people, but it's built into the command. So you don't say stay because if you say stay, like sit, stay, you're implying that there's something other than sit, and there's not. The dog sits and like it's another command. So there's no leave it, okay? There's no leave it. Not in my vocabulary, not with a dog. It's no. I'm human. I might slip up and say something like that, but I generally don't. There is no leave it, okay? It's just no. The dog is into something that's not. No. It's not leave it. Okay? And I'm talking to Facebook right now. They ask a question. And Facebook, the other thing about no is it needs to be conditioned in. So that's done like here during a board and train. It's done properly, meaning this guy is so funny, I can't stop. Yeah, I'm hysterical because I'm talking about dog training. We have 6 million dogs dying every year, and you think that it's funny. So I'll show you how hysterical I am. I'm so hysterical, I'm going to get rid of you, okay? Because I'm talking about something serious. And, you know, I mean, seriously. You think that me talking about dog training is hysterical? What's your damage? I mean, seriously, if I was doing comedy, which I do, I'm a comic, that's one thing. But when we're talking about dogs, what's hysterical about that? I'm trying to explain that. I'm trying to explain something. You think it's funny? You're an idiot, dude. I'm sorry. You got to go. I don't need this on my channel or on my Facebook, whatever it is. That's ridiculous. Somebody's talking about something very serious, and you think it's that I'm being funny. Jesus, what is the matter with people? I mean, I'm sorry, but this is just like not. It's not necessary. You know, if I was talking about something other than dogs, okay. I have a quick question. The other day, Pumpkin was on a walk with me, and as we were starting to walk near the house being built, she started freaking out, which isn't normal for her. What do you mean she started freaking out? Tell her no. Tell her to get her ass at heel. See what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, Toxic. It doesn't. It doesn't matter if the dog's screwing up. No, heel. So I don't know, what do you mean by freaking out? But you're indicating that the dog was screwing up. So, you know, whatever she's not doing, get it heel. Make sure the leash is on the dog. If she's doing something like that. God, how annoying, man. You know, I mean, seriously, YouTube, you understand this. It's a serious subject about dogs and dog training. Some guy thinks that it's funny. I am funny. I am funny, by the way. I'm a comic. I'm funny, but I'm not being funny right now. So you're annoying, man. You're just so annoying. 4 to 6 million dogs are dying every year, and this guy doesn't get it. You know, who needs that? I don't. I don't need that. I'm certainly not going to put up with it. Yeah, let's get rid of him. I don't need this, man. Bye. Um, Deirdre, you also asked what makes the dog respect the sound. No, your tone of voice. It's conditioned in. But yeah, tone has something to do with it, but it's conditioned in during training. So say you're working the dog at sit and the dog doesn't sit, you give a correction by saying no. It's a lot of muscle memory. It's not just about the tone, it's about training your dog, and that's repetitious. So if you're not drilling the dog, Deirdre, if you're not drilling the dog, the no isn't going to make sense to the dog. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that it's a huge problem. It is. It's a huge problem. People want a dog, but they don't want to spend the time training the dog. So, love is not enough for the dog. So, you know, you have to drill the dog. You have to teach. You can't just teach the dog sit. And keep in mind that all the commands are taught as implied stays. That's why you don't say stay. It's built into the command. Okay? So if the dog is non-compliant, say you say sit, the dog is non-compliant, you don't say sit again, you say no, sit. You never say the command back to back if you get a refusal. That way, your dog starts becoming compliant, even at the no. So it doesn't matter. You say sit, no, sit. Is that helpful? I hope that's helpful. I don't know. I think a lot of this I tell people and they really don't get what I'm talking about. This guy thought I was being funny. It's pathetic, man. We have all these dogs that are dying, and the people on TV, the one dude, that's not dog training. That's not beneficial. People don't want to hear the truth. Definitely, they want to hear like something unrealistic. That's the problem that we have. We have a 1-year-old male husky that isn't neutered. Every single neutered dog growls and goes after my dog. Should I neuter him, or should I blame the dog owners for going after my dog? Well, first of all, I have neutered dogs and unneutered dogs down there. All right? If you have your non-neutered dog around a neutered dog, the non-neutered dog, the intact dog, the male, will be in charge, definitely. But if you're taking your dog to a dog park, you're a fool. And your dog, they will gang up on your dog. The unneutered males will gang up on the male that isn't neutered. That's how it is. But you shouldn't be going to a dog park. It sounds like you go to a dog park, so that's your mistake right there. Teach your dog to fight doing that. It's a year old. I have a feeling you're going to a dog park. When are these dogs, being thrust upon your dog? Is it ever too late to teach? No. And you don't teach a dog tricks, you teach commands. Tricks imply it doesn't matter. Commands, if the dog is non-compliant, you have to, say no and repeat the command to make sure the dog understands. No, I've trained, I don't know how old that Weimaraner was, 10 or something, 9, 8, 9, 10, to be a service dog. So, um, no, you can teach an old dog. I don't know who started that myth. It's just a moronic myth. I mean, as a person that's around a lot of dogs, like, it's ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous. All ages of dogs can learn. Your younger dog, though, your puppy, like you teach them in periods of like seconds at first. I just had a real long session with Merlin. It was about 20 minutes, but it was cold out. I rarely ever go that long, and it was too long, but it was a good session. She has been getting diarrhea the last week or so, and I just wanted to best how to make sure she gets all the nutrients she needs since she's still a puppy. This person just posted this like, I don't know who she is. She's been getting diarrhea. Your dog has been getting diarrhea the last week or so. Why is your dog getting diarrhea? Maybe you should take her to the vet. You know, what are you doing? Has been getting diarrhea the last week? Listen, if your dog has diarrhea, you don't feed the dog. Maybe you're overfeeding the dog. It sounds like you're overfeeding the dog. Scroll up. I scroll up, I don't see anything, okay? So, I couldn't fit it all in one paragraph. Well, I didn't get the other one. So, I don't know what your deal is, but your puppy has diarrhea for a week? Yeah, nobody sees your comment. I'm just going to tell you, people, it sounds like you're worried that your dog isn't eating enough and you're overfeeding it. I bet you're overfeeding your dog. That's what I guess. I don't know. I'm not there. But, and what is your dog on? Pet food? Is it on kibble? No wonder the dog has diarrhea. Your dog should be on a raw diet. You should be smashing chicken for your puppy. You should stop giving pet food. It has cooked bone in it. It's bone meal. It's an irritant to your dog. She is what? On raw diet? Well, then you're doing something wrong, aren't you? Are you overfeeding her? What exactly are you feeding her? Tell me what you're feeding her that she has diarrhea. She might be overfeed. You can overfeed the dog on raw diet too. She is what? She's on raw diet? She shouldn't be having diarrhea. She is what? Richard, your family can influence your dog just as poorly as everybody else. Nobody needs to be exciting the dog and hand wrestling the dog, okay? So when a dog comes here, I don't socialize them by having strangers interact with them. And anybody that interacts with them isn't giving unearned affection, okay? So we'll say sort of half right, okay? That's not, you don't, what's up, E. Davis? You do not socialize the dog by letting people get it excited and hand wrestle it and pet it when it's excited, okay? That's not socializing the dog. Socializing the dog is having the dog around people and it behaving, and that does not involve strangers petting it, or little Johnny, your son, or little Kathy, your daughter, or whoever, or your wife that can't keep her shit together and talks baby talk. That's just as bad as strangers. Friends and family can be the worst. It's not necessary. It is not necessary. There's nothing to do with it. Okay, so the person that has the puppy with diarrhea, something's wrong. Okay, and if you are saying your pup's on raw diet, then you're doing something clearly wrong. Is it smashed up enough? Are you buying your raw diet? Are you making it? Are you making it with chicken leg quarters and making sure it's just pulverized? Are you adding too much plant material? Are you overfeeding the puppy? Are you giving treats? Are you giving rawhides and stuff like that? Because that'll give your dog diarrhea. Is there bedding? Is your dog chewing on the bedding? That'll give your dog diarrhea. That'll. What, the new Batman? Am I looking forward to it? No, because that idiot's fucking playing Batman. Robert Pattinson? It's horrible. Really? They picked him to be Batman? I'll be picking it apart, I'll tell you. Vampire boy can't play. Only treat she gets is from the meals she doesn't finish. You're overfeeding the dog. The only treats. Oh, so she doesn't finish. So you're having the puppy eat until it can't eat anymore. Let me tell you something about dogs. They'll eat as much as they can, as fast as they can, okay? They're hardwired to do that. You're overfeeding the dog. And then, to top it off, after you've overfed the dog, then you wait and give it the rest. You're overfeeding your dog, okay? She only, what? What? You're overfeeding the dog. Gets one leg quarter with an egg. What kind of dog is it and how old is it? What kind of dog is it and how old is it? And why are you giving the egg? What's the egg about? Tell me. It's a puppy that you're giving one leg quarter to. Is that twice a day or once a day or 3 times a day? Hey, don't get involved in this. I'll find out about the egg thing. How many times a day does she get a chicken leg quarter that she can't finish? And is it totally smashed and pulverized? I'm asking you a question. Either answer it or I'm going to get rid of you. Okay? How many times does she eat a leg quarter? What kind of dog is it and how old is it? Okay? Can you just answer those questions for me? What kind of dog? How old is it? How many times a day is it eating a leg quarter? What do I mean pulverized? You're bumming me out. Pulverized. Smashed with a hammer so it's all. How old is the dog? She eats 4 times a day. And hang on. She eats 4 times a day. How much is she eating and how old is she? You're like pulling teeth, man. How old is she? What kind of dog is it? 4 times a day? And you're giving treats. The food that she doesn't finish. I suspected this person was overfeeding, clearly. 4 times a day. Okay, 4 times a day. How old is the puppy? Hang on, Trevor. How old is the puppy? What breed is it? Hang on. This person is giving their dog diarrhea. It's serious. How old is the dog? How old is the dog and what's the breed? And how many? Do you give a leg quarter at every meal? How often are you giving a leg quarter? Answer the question or else you're gone. I'm not doing this. It's an Akita. How old is it? Can you answer the question? How old is it? God damn, man. How old is the Akita? How many leg quarters? One at each meal? How old is the Akita? Okay? How many leg quarters are you giving? How old is the Akita? Sorry, bear with me. The dog's got diarrhea for, it sounds like, weeks. How old is the Akita? How old is it? Can you answer the question? People don't know what they're doing, and then there's this, come on, like you wanted help, and you won't answer questions. What am I, a mind reader? What am I, a freaking mind reader? Yeah. Now she's afraid she's gonna look stupid. Yeah, I would imagine. I would imagine that is the problem. Because you've already sensed that you're doing something wrong, and I think I already know what it is. You're overfeeding your dog, I bet. If you just told me how old the dog was, how much it weighed, I would have a better idea. I could give you a rough estimate on how much to feed it. Okay? But you can't even do that, can you? You can't even do that. I'm giving you free information, right? You could have contacted me and paid for a Skype session, but you couldn't do that, or a Zoom session. And then you just make it difficult. You just can't answer the questions, right? Your dog has diarrhea, I'm telling you. You got a serious problem for over a week? You're clearly doing something wrong. I suspected that you were overfeeding your dog, and it sounds like you might. You feed the dog, okay? You're feeding it 4 times a day? How old is it? What is it? What is it? Like 4 times a day? You feed the dog, right? And then you wait to the next meal. You don't give it treats in between. You're overfeeding your dog, I bet. Hang on, my preference. You just want him to know not to trust strangers. You got issues, man. That's your reasoning? You need to go. Okay. You want the dog to be a mess? You need to go. You don't want him to trust strangers. Great. Okay. Sounds like got some people on this that like has some real good ideas about dogs. Good job, Ranchard. Yeah, I want my dog to be a mess. Okay? That's what you want? What's the matter with you? If you want to do protection with a dog, that involves training, by the way, not just making a time bomb. But this dude doesn't get it, and this person needs to go because I tried to help her, and it was just like, Jesus Christ. So what's up, Slick? My canine teeth are some flat, no toys or bones or antlers. Is it the bite sleeve, you think? I only use frisbee and tennis balls can do it. Tennis balls definitely. I mean, Slick, are you using the tennis balls as a chew toy? Those are a retrieving toy. How old is your Malinois? She doesn't need anything. She doesn't need deer antlers. She doesn't need anything if she's an adult. Do you use the tennis ball as a pacifier? Because they'll wear their teeth down on that. Just feed the dog, man, and work with the dog. It's not the sleeve. People don't do it. No tennis balls. She's 4. Oh, hang on. Let me see what you wrote. Hang on. My Malinois canine teeth are getting flat, no toys or bones or antlers. Is it bite sleeve, you think? I only use frisbee, no tennis ball. Hmm. Maybe it's the sleeve. They're not breaking, right? No, she just it was ridiculous, you know? She has diarrhea for a week, and then she's coming to a live stream and really can't answer questions. She's just making it difficult. Yeah, it could be a natural that she's 4. Maybe if you work her all the time on the sleeve and shit. What kind of Frisbee are you using? Switch her over to a, what is that? Chuck It makes a good soft Frisbee, right? So she's not chewing on it. If it's a plastic Frisbee, they'll chew on those things. Does it have teeth marks in it? Use the Chuck It Frisbee. It's awesome. God, I mean, the Akita person was just like, that poor puppy. I'm just worried about the flattening of the teeth. I don't, I mean, how flat are they getting? I mean, she's 4. You've been working her a lot. Does she chew on sticks or anything like that? I don't think I'll go see Batman because I'm not a fan of Robert Pattinson. Yeah, switch to the soft kind. I know, I used the plastic ones for years, and then I started using the Chuck It soft kind, and man, they're awesome. They throw great. Um, you know. What, it's chewing on the attrition stick? Is that what you said? Where, what about the attrition stick? I don't see anybody even talking about that. Is it chewing on that? He said this. He was talking about working the dog on a sleeve. Is it chewing on sticks? Like, is it out there in the yard and like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if dog's unattended for a while, it might just start chewing on sticks and crap. No, attrition is the term used for the teeth wearing down. Oh, what's that stick that they use in protection to excite the dog? What's that called? It's not a healing stick. What's that? You know what I'm talking about? I don't do protection work with any of my dogs. I could. I've never really had to. I've never really want to. Slick, what's that called? The attrition whip? Oh, is that what it's called? Interesting. Agitation. Yeah, agitation whip. Yeah. Yes. Agitation stick. I see. Um, is that bendable like a healing stick? Is it like a what is that thing made out of? I've never owned one because I don't. I guess you could just use a slap crop or something. It's not though. I can tell it's not. I find it interesting doing protection. You know, people that do protection work with their dogs. I do. I just have no desire to do it. Destiny was talking about getting a melon one. I thought we were gonna have to do it. I had no idea what that thing was. The thing interesting. I don't you can't. There's books out there on like how to teach your dog to do protection, like Man Stopper. Don't ever think that you can. They skip over the part about basic obedience and just go right to getting the dog on a slave. It's fucking just outrageous that that book exists. Um, it's got like 2 idiots on the front. One of them smoking a cigarette and has the sleeve on, I think. Or the guy with the dog. Somebody smoking a cig, though. I thought it's like more comical than anything. Also a clatter stick, but it's made out of bamboo. That's right. Yeah, because it makes noises. Um, huh. That would make sense. I use bamboo as like a healing stick, and I like split the bamboo so when it's like on my leg, it makes noise. I bet that that's how that thing is. It's like split, so it's like sort of like, I want the healing stick to be annoying. I don't want the healing stick, you're not hurting the dog. The agitation thing, you're not hurting them either. Not supposed to be, you know. I've only done showtimes when they've tried to get me to use raw hot dogs to train. I refused. That's terrible. Yeah, raw hot dogs? What the hell is that? My friend Rags, he doesn't use any food doing that kind of crap. There's people that use zero food, like me. I use zero food for training. There's people that do protection that use zero food. Good luck finding them. We're a novelty item, pretty much. Seriously. It's, it's not everybody, even balanced trainers, a lot of them, they're just about food, but they will tell the dog no and train the dog, with no, but it's not necessary to use food with anything. God, this 13 looks so much better than this thing. I found a club about an hour away from where I live. You found a club? I thought you were talking about a dance club for a minute. I have to get in one day, but that's a bite sport. That's more of a bite sport than protection work. Oh, really? It's all the same to me, but retrieving's a bite sport. I stopped going there. They used food and stay. Really? They said stay? God, who says stay? Wow. Where was that? That was in Carolina? I didn't know anybody was saying stay. Well, yeah, I do know some people still say stay. It's not necessary, though, that's for sure. Interesting. Yeah, I would have left. Virginia, that's right. You're in Virginia, not North Carolina. You're in Virginia. Huh. Hot dogs, and they said stay. Interesting. Yeah, PSA is cool, but it's very intense dog sport from what I know. I've heard only about 26 dogs have gotten a PSA 3 title. You guys are talking gibberish to me. I know about hunting dogs. I don't really do that crap. I think it's cool. I'll tell you one thing, I see a lot of law enforcement that don't. They act like they're using an out command, but they're not. They're telling the dog to keep biting. I find that interesting. It's pretty horrible. I've had people in the know tell me that's true too. Like, instead of saying whatever it is, like whatever the out command is, let go, or whatever they use. I don't know what they use. They train that is like, hold on and crap out of them, which is pretty horrid, but not a surprise. Man, Merlin was great. Merlin did good today. I'm on this dog. I'll wrap this dog around my finger now. With the ability to use the dummy launcher with Merlin, he's into it. He was totally into it. Now, he wasn't doing the super long reverse retreat, but he was doing a pretty long one, man. We can do almost 100 feet with him, at least. More than 100 feet. I can get him doing 500 feet real soon. That's at the tail end of the fucking session, too. I was trying to get him to do that. I feel like there is drugs and kibble. Any dog ever had it goes crazy over it when they smell it, even on raw for a while. Well, I don't know. I will say this, that the pet food companies know that it's not about how it tastes to the dog, how it smells. So they've done research and they make a product that smells real enticing to the dog. So, if you yeah, I think that that fresh pet is garbage, and you're not feeding your dog anything that's any better than kibble. Why why don't you go buy um no, most don't put sugar in kibble. However, you know those Gaines burgers? That has corn syrup. It's like the third or fourth thing in it. That's crazy, right? Um, but all the carbs that are unnecessary for your dog that's in pet food, that will, increase glucose levels in your dog's bloodstream. Cause some dogs, they have seizures. Mango. I switched Mango to a raw diet. He's 23 years old now, and he's like, you know, he's still kicking. But anything like that, anything that's high carbs like oats or anything like that, I wouldn't give Mango. There's no way. I when the pandemic started, I was worried we weren't going to get chicken. I switched the dogs over to pet food. It sucked. My dogs that have been on raw diet their whole lives had to eat pet food. My backyard was disgusting. One thing I did not do is put Mango on it because Mango would start having seizures. So I'm really against pet food, and that fresh pet is gross. You're not giving your dog raw diet. That's fucking a refrigerated pet food. You're being ripped off. You're being ripped off, man. You're being totally ripped off. It's Facebook. I got Facebook over here. I'm just talking to YouTube because Facebook, nobody's really. Hi, Facebook. But yeah, that fresh pet's garbage. I looked at it. I think I might have even reviewed it. It's garbage, man. How can you get suckered into that and think that that's like going to be healthy for your dog? It costs extra to refrigerate it. Yeah, that's right. I don't know why you're thinking that that's. What are you thinking? Why don't you just go get chicken leg quarters and smash them? If it's a puppy, if it's an adult, you can just give them a whole chicken leg quarter. Why are you doing this? Why you probably think that potatoes and fruit is good for your dog? It's not. It's not good for your dog. They're making that for people like you that look at the bag of dog food or the fresh pet, whatever, and oh look, that's good for me. It must be good for my dog. It's not. All that plant material is an irritant. It's an irritant for your dog. It's an you know. It has bone meal in it too, and bone meal is a um, you know, bone meal is cooked bone. So that's not good. Listen, if you have your dog on a raw diet, you give him a vitamin every now and then. You know, I don't know. My dogs are old. Mango's 23. Um, little spinach now and then, maybe. I don't know. If you give them plant material, it has to be cooked. Okay, so you can't. If you're giving your dog like carrots, that has sugar in it, first of all. But anything like that should be cooked, but you don't give them that much anyway. Throw them a vitamin every now and then, some fish oil. I don't know. I certainly wouldn't be giving my dog fresh pet. Or Rachel Ray's food. Are you serious? Rachel Ray? Like, Rachel Ray looks like an unhealthy human, right? She's like the shape of a blueberry. She's really overweight. And then she's like now she thinks that she's the expert on. She's a chef, right? She eats well. She probably cooks great, but I mean, come on, she overeats. She's not like anybody that I would want to take nutritional advice from as a human. She's just going to say, yeah, eat it if it's good. And what qualifies her to make pet food? Nothing. Nothing does. And it's just another dry kibble crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, the worst is your vet. But let me say this before I say this, that they do sell dog food in your vet's office. Sometimes you need your dog to be on that dog food. If your dog has kidney problems or has a liver shunt, you need your dog to be on that pet food, okay? So if you had your dog on a raw diet its whole life, that's one thing. All right? But your dog gets like this problem, and then you're going to switch it into a raw diet where the vet said, yeah, your dog has kidney disease. We need it on this diet. And you're like, no, I'm going to switch to a raw diet. You're a fool. You already made the mistake and gave pet food. Now you're really stuck in it. You got to get that pet food from the vet. I'm not saying all vets, but most vets, I asked my vet, my friend that's a vet, I said, how much did you study about nutrition in college and, when she was in vet school? Not much. We had like one class. Okay. Same thing with dog behavior. Not much. Never ask your vet for behavioral advice, okay? They're a medical doctor. You know what they're going to tell you? If it's a male dog, they'll say fix it because they want to make the money. But the behavioral problem that you had before the dog is fixed, it will have after. It's not going to make any difference. Training is imperative for your dog. You have to train your dog. Okay? So, getting your dog fixed, how many people have been bit by dogs that are fixed, by the way? Lots, mostly. Fresh Pet is garbage. It's refrigerated garbage. They sell it at Walmart and stuff. It comes like Fresh Pet has their own little refrigerator that they put in the stores. Oh, isn't that great? Like I've heard raw diet is really good for your dog, and then people are thinking that no, it's refrigerated dog food is what that is. It's refrigerated dog food. That's all it is. What is the best way to What's the best way to put a dog down when you have to put it to sleep? Don't cry in front of the dog. I don't even want to think about it, man. There's no good way to do it. Just don't cry in front of the dog. Wait until the dog's out. They don't know. Just don't let them know anything's wrong. That's all you can do. It sucks. There's no easy way to do it. I wonder if Hillsby's okay. That sucks. It does. It's the worst. I've been looking for props to use for videos with Pumpkin. I've already used my toy sword. Yeah, Pumpy, little Pumpkin. Pumpkin's awesome. I'm looking at Facebook here, see if anybody has any questions. Yeah, hang on. How do you help your board and trained dogs adjust to new surroundings? I train them on the property. That's how I do it. I train them so that they're compliant, and then I take them out. Are you talking about when they come here? How do you help your board and trained dogs adjust to the new surroundings? Oh, I just start working them when they get here. That's it. I don't let them take a day off, I'll tell you that. I've done so many videos of this. The dog's coming in, I take it to the backyard and start working it. It works the first day. That's it. That's all. I certainly don't console them. That's helpful. There's no reason to console them. Yeah, I work them. You know, I don't. There's no like, oh look, the dog it's acting a little nervous. I'll just let it chill out. That's the worst thing. No, you're gonna work, dog. You're gonna start working. Yeah, you gotta work them. Work them. You know, that's it. I don't. You know, it's a dog. You know, it's not like a kid. Like say the kid goes and stays with grandma and feels uneasy. Grandma can be like, you know, sort of like reason. No, it's all right. We're gonna have a lot of fun. You can't do that with the dog. Don't speak in that tone to a canine. It's a big mistake. That is not a human. That is a dog. That's non-human. So you treat them as such. Treating your dog like anything other than a dog is not fair to the dog. It's the truth. I don't have an analogy that makes sense with humans other than like, if aliens come down to this planet and they want us to, you know, I don't know, eat standing on our heads or something, you know, well, we do it this way. Well, you know, I don't know. There's no analogy that really makes sense, but people are so hardwired to think of the dog in an anthropomorphic way. Humans just think everything is like us. And it's not. It's mammalian. That's about it. You know. You know, people think that like, oh, I give my dog goat milk and stuff like this. Like we're the only animal that's eating and drinking milk after we're weaned, right? So why are you giving goat milk to your dog? What are you, an idiot? What's your problem? Or your cat? That was for years. Oh, give the cat a saucer of milk. Yeah, give it diarrhea. That's great. That's great. Give the dog diarrhea, or the cat diarrhea. They don't eat that. You're not supposed to be giving them cheese. These food trainers, you know, they'll suggest like hot dogs, and if that doesn't work, use a higher value food like cheese. Um, do you train cats? Can they even be trained? Yes. How about I talk about cats someday? I talk about cats all the time. I have cats downstairs. I have 2 cats. You call them, they come. Come here, Buck. Come here, kiddos. I used them in videos recently. They were in videos. They're going to be used again. Throwing them in front of a green screen. I'll tell Remy, my pigeon is the pet that's great on green screen. You can be like, hey, Remy, go over here. Okay, Remy, now go back over here. Now come back over here. Now come towards me, Remy. Now go back by the wall. Birds are smart. All species of birds are smart, not just ravens. It's not just ravens. All birds are smart. Let's get Remy. See if what's Remy's doing. Hey, Remy. Remy, come here. Rem. Where are you? Come here. Hey, baby, what's up? Where are you? Come here, you goof. Come on up. Come in here. Want to say hello to Facebook? Get in here. Thank you. Come over here, Rem. Say hello to the people on Facebook. Oops. Oops, sorry, Rem. Remy, come here. Rem. Come over here. It's Remy. Remy. She'll come over. Ow, my leg. Remy. Come over here. I see people overdoing with feeding their dogs raw diet. They get oh, I've seen it. Yeah, they're just fucking nuts. Turmeric. Yeah, yogurt. Yeah, I know. It's like the person. I've seen this so many times. The person that wants to give their dog this super diet. My dog's gonna get the greatest diet ever, and then they give the dog diarrhea. They like people that want to cook are the worst. Like they don't want to train the dog, right? They don't want to train the dog, but they want to cook for the dog. They're the worst. And then they go on, the internet or some shit and find some ridiculous recipe. Like, well, I'm adding broccoli so my dog gets enough calcium. Broccoli doesn't have enough calcium for your dog, okay? It's ridiculous. Or common thing is I give my dog eggshells because that's calcium. Well, unless you put it in an oven and then smash it up, your dog isn't going to be able to assimilate it. So stick with calcium citrate or something like that without vitamin D in it. Don't use bone meal because bone meal is, once again, it's cooked bone. Cooked bone is an irritant to your dog. You never give your dog cooked bone of any kind. There were years that it was just like, I'd be like, give your dog raw chicken, and then some idiot would be writing at her, don't you know that chicken bones make your dog sick? No, it's cooked chicken bones, idiot. Cooked chicken bones. Yeah, eggshells fine, but you'd have to use a lot of eggshells, and then you got to bake them in the oven, right? And then just smash them up. But you have to bake them, or else they're not going to be like, they're just sort of, you'll see them in your dog's poop, they'll just still be whole. Use calcium citrate. You want to give your dog more than enough calcium. Like they should have. If they have too much, they'll excrete it. If they don't have enough, they'll leach it from their own bones. You'll screw up the dog's calcium phosphorus level. They will leach the calcium they need from their own bones. It's a fact. Right, Remy? Remy's so cute. Remy's a good girl. You hear Remy? Listen. She's not doing it anymore. She'll coo and stuff like that. Right, Remy? She's very affectionate. Hear that? I thought turmeric was toxic for dogs. When I see that sometimes is safe in small amounts. I didn't know it was toxic. Stay the hell away from it. I see people giving dogs garlic, I know. They're crazy. They're like, oh, it's good for a human. Grapes will fuck your dog up. That's true. There's people that don't understand that raw salmon for your dog could kill your dog. Cooked salmon would be fine. How do you stop dogs humping? Well, you have issues because the dog's not trained. Humping what? A pillow? Tell it not to. What's it humping? Why is your dog doing that? Sounds like it's needs training. Yeah, people with the chicken bone thing is just ridiculous. Yeah. Some people go all essential oils with their pets, and some of the shit is not good. Oh, they're fucking ridiculous, right? I don't, listen, there's the huge thing, CBD oil, right? I wouldn't give that to my dog. Why would I be doing that? I'm not giving that to my dog. It sounds like another turmeric thing. Oh, thank you for the super chat on. I just sent a super chat on You mean YouTube? I don't see it, but it'll show up. Thank you. But CBD oil, like I'll see it some 30 show, and I just don't. What happened to my chats? How come I can't see anybody chat? Um, they're back. I don't see it, but thank you. I do see there's $30 on board. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, CBD oil. Like if your dog has arthritis, so what? I have arthritis. You don't have to give your dog. Come on, man. They just get up and go. I don't know. If it's an old dog, it has arthritis, maybe give it a dog bed or something. Maybe that'd be helpful. Like what? Like you're not gonna. It's a 13-year-old dog. You're not gonna make it young again. You know. You know what I mean? Like people are ridiculous. They are. They're so ridiculous. I'm hungry. I feel like I need to go eat something. What, I don't know. I think there's some chicken down there that I made from the other day. Remy, come over here. I gotta go do laundry, right, Rem? I'll put some laundry in. Maybe I'll do that and then I'll live stream again later. Everything has gone great with Merlin today. Maybe I'll get him out real quick too. See if he'll do the launcher again. I wonder what the weather's gonna be like. I appreciate that, Eric. Eric's a subscriber. Can we watch you do laundry? It's not much to watch. It's down in the basement. I'll see you, Tox. It's sunny but cold here. It's bright here, too. I think I'm going to go eat something, get some laundry in, and I'll live stream later because that's what I do now. So, and probably take Merlin out again. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Remy, do you see that? Look at that. Look at those hearts, Remy. Remy likes those. What if Remy was a bat? If Remy was a bat, I would still love her. I would. But if she was a bat, she wouldn't be living with me because they're disgusting. Right, Rem? Okay, I'll see you guys later. Thanks again. Thanks, Bonnie. Later, Trevor.